You should go, Dennis.
Yeah, so hello everyone. Good to see you all. We are back for some DTM. Of course, a new era starting from this season onwards with new cars, new teams, and of course some new drivers as well. Hello everybody, welcome to day one of preseason testing here at the Hungaroring in Hungary. I'm of course Dennis Graf, and alongside me today is the FE host Blake.
Good afternoon and good morning, everybody, wherever you are from around the world. I'm Blake Moore, the former DTM driver who just retired. Yay.
Yeah, of course, we go through the drivers in a bit, but I think without further ado, we can start this preseason testing.
Yeah, I think because I'm actually so excited to see the new manufacturers who just entered DTM and obviously some new cars. Obviously, Audi, BMW, and Mercedes keep their DTM cars, but obviously, BOP'd to match the GT3 cars.
Yeah, absolutely, but yeah, that keeps a bit of old DTM memories, I guess. And yeah, I think Florian forgot the graphic again. Yeah, here we go, but screen is still black. There it is. But yeah, now we can start.
Forget the graphic because we didn't even start, so I've kept the thumbnail. I'm remembering. I'm remembering, so don't worry.
Yeah. All right, then I think now we can start with day one. Or is there anything still? No. Okay, we have a bit of cloud cover, but I don't think we will get affected by the rain there. So, although I can see just a small bar of rain in the 0 mark, so, but I don't think that will impact anything. So I think we could go through the lineups, I guess.
Yeah, and also don't forget the cars as well, because I'm very interested in treating the cars. Right, so I'll be rating from Mercedes to Audi whilst you'll do the new stuff. Okay, so Mercedes will be using the AMG C63 DTM car, and the teams will be Mercedes AMG Petronas and AMG Motorsport Schreiberfil. In Motorsport Petronas is Warnella and Lynn Campana. And obviously, Lincoln Parner being irrelevant as ever, and Will Nella from the 33 car, and also Josh Spings moves over from Audi and moves to Mercedes, and Mohammed Razan stays put for another time in the Mercedes, and then BMW they're using the BMW M4 DTM with RBM and Triple R. Still using the DTM car. Maxim Tiktov using Tiktov moved over from Mercedes, has still competing for BMW, as well as Xavier Wee moves over from Audi, and Mohammed Razan, Ustan Hamid moves over from Mercedes over to BMW, as meanwhile Darabos Daniel moves over from Ferrari from World Champ car. And finally, of the previous manufacturers will be Audi RS, and Audi will be using the Audi RS5 DTM with the Audi App Sport team running the car, with Jake Galloway, who obviously missed out on the C in the top class, and hence Sinano, my former teammate in the 98 car, who just competed in F2. So let's have a look at the new manufacturers and the new cars and the new teams.
Yep, indeed. So first up we have Aston Martin, which we are looking at one car for a moment, because they will compete with the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1. They will have two teams, Aston Martin Racing. For this team we will have Daniel Fraser, of course staying in DTM for another season, same with Max Skillen. Also we have the Northwest AMR team with a debutant, a complete rookie, with Lotus Everland from Sweden. And alongside him we have someone coming from FE, Bartosz Bracki. Then we have in the Corvette, we have the Corvette C6.R.GT1, the Raven West Motorsport car. There we have Rowan Morgan coming from FE, and also Wola Motien, also staying for another season in DTM. Then of course we have the Ferrari teams. They are competing with Ferrari 458 GTE. With the of course they have a very interesting lineup with Victor Skull, of course, who for the first time ever will not compete in top class. So he will compete here in DTM. His teammate is Dennis Graf, who is the best placed driver from last season. Then we have Prema Racing, also using Ferrari cars. We have Sam Fakt, also staying in DTM with Matthias Derwig, also being there, being Fakt's teammate. And the final team is Lamborghini. They're using the Lamborghini Gallardo GT3 car. Looks like Suno made some more mistake here. But the Squadra Corsa Lamborghini team, also the same, I think, which is the top class. Then we have a team, as drivers Franco Gamba and Victoria Bobo.
Yeah, that is an actual interesting lineup, and especially the different cars in the category now compared to what we had last season. It's just Audi and Audi Mercedes. Shut up, Jeff. and then we have
Jeff.
And then we obviously have the new cars. Bobo goes to something and Roland Motrin just by one tenth of a second, and Fraser goes even faster. Then Dennis Graf goes second, 44 thousandths of a second split between them, and then Gamba. Wait, is it Gamba? Yes, Gamba goes third, and then Razan Stiffen and Skillen goes fifth, and then Josh Fings crosses the line now, only goes 10th, and then Lotus Elland, and then Miklos Gal crosses the line now, P12, P14 respectively. Maximilian ticks up P8, Rowan Morgan P9, Jed Galloway goes P3, Xavier Wee ready to cross the line behind his teammate Darbosh Daniel P9, Warnella crosses the line now P3. So then we have Brotus Glacki and the other Master Martin, and we have the DTM car of Mr. Hamid, and that's everyone who just crossed the line. On the top at the moment is Daniel Frey. Oh, Jesus! Turbo just had a massive moment. I think he just really went for it, and then he almost lost the car. So looks like I don't think Ferrari will be too happy about binning his car early in this pre-season testing, but thankfully he catched the car. But what I was about to say was that Daniel Fraser top pre-season testing in the Aston Martin as Dennis Graf is in second, as Leon Campana obviously crosses the line in P6. Obviously the lap times can easily ramp up because this is Hungary, because it's one of the shortest tracks we've chosen for pre-season testing, I think. And then we have Motch in P7. So the top 5 goes Fraser, Graf, Nella, Gal, and then Franco Gamba in P5 in the Lamborghini.
I think actually we have Galloway in P4.
Oh, Galloway.
Galloway's actually P20. It's really looking at one, but also a couple of things you have to talk about is thank you, Evan, for creating these liveries. They're absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
first of course.
Yeah, these liveries obviously slap really well, and also especially the colour change. Maybe we gets his tires locked up there.
Yeah, but another thing, DTM now has a teams championship, because we still had 11 teams, but now I think Flo decided to finally put in another championship in the drivers' standings. That's quite interesting as well. They're also, of course, the first season without having the same car performances.
Yeah, so no equals. So that means that was the last. That's one of the second to last equal series gone from the series, and obviously Formula 2 is an equal series, but then again, this was one of the last. That was the last Grand Prix of the equal series, and then here's the Corvette of Raven West. I'm gonna say it, Raven West Corvette actually looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. So look at a bit of a train with Titkov. Also, you need to learn the pronunciation of Titkov, mate. That was a bit weird before.
Wait, what?
Your pronunciation of Titkov.
Oh, Titkov.
Yeah, there we go. have 4 cars almost fighting for the same piece of tarmac. Morgan then Galloway is currently where's actually.
I'm actually hoping this is some sort of scientific car for these cars. As far as Brack, you, Jesus. Turlock has made another lockup, so there's a lot of mistakes going around the Hungaroring at the moment. But
yeah.
But I was not to say is that let's introduce the calendar whilst lap times are rolling in. Well, some new additions, but it's almost the same calendar, almost. Whilst for pre-season testing, we got the Hungaroring, 4th, and then tomorrow will be the Sanglitz Race Parade, the first fictional track to ever be featured on a GP4 calendar, if you don't count Formula E, of course.
Yep, absolutely. Actually, I need to open up the calendar to go through it, if you don't mind.
Sure, you can go through the calendar.
Alright, thank you. So, the first race, like as per usual, is of course the new layout of the Hungaroring. Then, as a second round, we have this TT Circuit Assen in the Netherlands, also same place in the calendar as last season. There's round 3, we have Mugello in Italy. Then, 4th round is a comeback, 4th circuit, because the circuit in Barcelona, Catalonia is returning to DTM for the first time since, I don't know actually when. Then round 5 will be in Portugal, but not at Portimao, but it will be at Estoril. Yeah, that will be interesting to see when we go there. Then round 6 is Silverstone, Great Britain of course. Then round 7 is Red Bull Ring in Austria. Then round 8 we have the Lausitz Ring in Germany as well. Then round 9 we have Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, Canada of course. Then round 10 we have the track where we had an absolutely cracking first race of the top class season, of course Road America, with of course Laura Chang winning there 2 days ago. Then round 11 is currently still yet to be announced. I think Flo will announce that when we get to that point. Then round 12 is the old Hockenheimring for the second time season at Hockenheim. Then penultimate round is Spa, and as per usual, the final race of the season is at Monza.
And also I'd like to say, whoever did the work, he did the dates wrong because it looks so jumbled up. I think the yet to be announced calendar is meant to be on the 9th, 18th was meant to be the old Hockenheimring, and then 25th of November is meant to be Spa, and then 2nd of December was meant to be Monza. So whoever done the wiki, well done. You just did a great job there, buddy.
I just noticed what you mean. Yeah, that's a small mistake, but is it me or did my connection crash?
I think Gal's actually on the fly at the moment. He just went. He's actually up on the first sector, going through the second sector now. Motrin in P8. Actually, Skillen goes to the top of the time.
Oh, look at Miklos Girl, of course.
And he drops off.
Was surprising news when it came out that he will not be on the top class grid for this season. But what we're seeing is that, of course, he stays in top class as a reserve driver for Mercedes, but yeah, now he's found a new home. Of course, he will look forward to get back to the top class in the near future, I guess. But now he goes to 12 as now Graf. Set the absolute fastest middle sector so far. Let's see what he can do across the line, and he goes to the top. Once again, look at Miklos Girl. Was with its usual number 69. That's nice.
Oh, come on. You have to make that judge, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I had to. Oh, look at this. 2 tenths up on Graf's time so far in the first sector.
Oh, yellow
Yes, we
flag.
have a yellow flag. The final corner. Oh,
Watson.
Watson.
Oh, we
Oh.
got Avery hit by the Mercedes.
Hamid.
Oh, Hamid managed to do it on save. What happened to the Corvette of Motrin? This is a disaster. At his home track. Oh, let's see what's
He
happened
actually
here.
was up on Graf.
So Motrin. Oh.
Oh, look at yo, that's a big
Wow.
crash there. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's a big crash there.
Oh my word.
Speed.
Whew.
Jesus.
That's the only scare.
If the injury system was still here, it would have been an absolute disastrous start to the season. But thankfully we got rid of that. But my God, that was a big impact.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Hamid, of course, had nowhere to go because look, wow. It just actually what I seeing the monocoque with the body driver was there.
Basically, the entire chassis went all over the track.
Yeah.
That was a freaking big impact.
Look,
yeah, I'm actually thankful that the injury system's gone because it was still there. Well,
yeah, that's of course a Motrin's session done.
Motrin will be fuming.
Yes, now we will put on the spare car band for Motrin. It's a shame because he did quite decent so far, but then his car decided to go off and completely be destroyed.
Back on the marshal, managed to pick up whilst there.
Gal was
That's another lap time to the top. So
6.5 tenths out of Graf.
yeah, so looks like the DTM cars are currently having a good slight advantage, but then again, realistically, they have the DRS disabled and also get BOP'd. So yeah, I mean, it was a good move on closed up. I put the actual performance instead of leaving the DTM cars to be at the top for the timing on board.
Yeah, but just noticed Graf took back P1.
Yeah, looks at the Ferraris. Looks at the Ferraris and the Audis are trading places at the moment.
Yep, indeed. Also, it will be easy to separate Graf and Gal because Graf has the red Ferrari and Gal has the blue one. To look at the German, of course, was runner-up last season here in DTM. After completely disastrous 2021 season for the Germans. Wow, I think he used all of his tires up on that run, which gave him P1. Because he was over 7 tenths down in the middle sector. So we see Sinrome, who is spitting, of course, he last season was one staged absolutely clear favorite for the F2 title until, of course, he bottled points and, of course, he was leading at Monza quite comfortably and then he went over the Parabolica and that cost him the win and eventually the championship because in the end Wojciech Kulisek, of course, won it. And yeah, the prefix for Galloway will be confusing indeed. You look at Omar Razin, who, of course, will compete for the first time in DTM after spending, to be honest, a lot of his career in FE. Let me check. Look at Roman Morgan coming from FE, of course, who, when the news came out that he will be in DTM, this was a bit surprising because his season in FE, because he had one of the slowest cars, wasn't the best, as now Maxim Titkov goes into 13th. But Razin spent 6 seasons in FE,
Sorry.
No worries. Just saying that Rosine spent 6 seasons from 2017 until last season only in FE. Now for the first time in his career is actually outside of it. So
Who?
look at some fact. Muhammad Rosine.
Razen. Oh yeah.
So look at some fact and one point I think is a Lamborghini. I think.
Yellow Lamborghini. That's a Lamborghini, the black Lamborghini.
Yeah. Not sure which one it is actually. It actually is Franco Gamba because he Bobos was ahead of him and improved his time as now Gamba goes and overtakes. Fuck there. So it will be interesting to see what the real performances be like because was in the sign-ups was revealed where the cars will be in terms of performances, but then again with the GP4 variation could change slightly bit.
Yeah, obviously. And also it's nice to have a fresh out of different shapes on the grid because for the past six seasons we've been stuck with Mercedes, Audi, and then BMW, but now as actual good manufacturers making that is entering the fray. Maybe even more in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows really? We don't know what Flo is planning for DTM. Yeah. We now have 18 minutes, 42 to go. Yes, so far we have Martin, of course, who will not take further part in the session. We put with Morgan. See, Bobonok was the 4th actually. So Morgan, Sinome, and Evelyn are in the pits. So we look at Max Skillen, who's currently in 3rd place. As he now goes off a bit, but saves the car. So it was a good save there for Max Skillen. So Bartosz Baki improves to go to P11. Yes, Skillen goes to the final corner, of course. He will not improve this time. Now we look at Miklos Gal, who is set in personal best first sector.
This is now just a personal question to anyone in the chat and also in here. Which car do you think looks the best? Do you think?
Oh god, that's such a difficult thing to answer, to be honest, because the cars look all good.
Cool.
I think Joe already said that.
Also, I think we've got the team's performance and the engine power performance. Right, let's have a gander at the teams. So, all about performance. All right, let's have a look. I'll do the top half. You do the rest.
Yep.
So at the top, the top three. So the top 4 teams at the moment are AF Corsa, Aston Martin Racing, Mercedes Petronas, and Audi ABT. At team, there's a lot of, I think, on my screen. I think that's one of the Lamborghinis. I presume, anyways. I think I'm correct. Then the BMW GPR and then BMW RBM. So and then the rest of the teams by the performance.
Yeah, so in 7th there we have the Squadra Corsa Lamborghini team, followed by Raven West Motorsport Corvette. With 80 performances, Gamma made this tiny error at the chicane. So 9th we have Prima Ferrari, and 10th Mercedes Silverfire, and last we have Northwest AMR team.
Which I think it's very. I think there's something planned here because at the moment, because it's literally the top 3 teams. The top 3 teams are the best, and also the same manufacturer has the slowest teams as in the side of premise as Cyberfell and Northwest AMR, which I find it very bizarre that the top 3 teams top 3 teams, it's also top 3 manufacturers is also the top 3 worst manufacturers. I find it a bit funny.
Yeah, indeed. Of course, we have also here the engine power performances. I think if you want, you can go through them.
Yeah, I think I'll do on this one. So, I think the most horsepower is Mercedes, Lamborghini, and then Corvette because because obviously Lamborghini has that V10 engine and Corvette have that V8, powerful V8, and then we have Audi, Aston Martin, BMW, and then surprisingly Ferrari, despite having a GTE body chassis, they just didn't know what the hell an engine is and just became, I think, the worst power car on the grid. But I don't know if they spent it all on aerodynamics or something. But at the moment, Ferrari currently is the worst team with for engine power.
But also at the same time, of course, the Ferrari team is the best car on the grid according to these performances. Yeah, that's very interesting. So I think the engine power performances are not that much separated. To be honest, Evelyn improves, but it's still 2.7 seconds off graph at the moment.
I think Evelyn still has some. I think he can. I think they have still have time to develop to still have time to have a learning curve in the car. But don't forget, this is the first rookie we had in years in DTM. Not counting the entrance series, people. They don't count.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he really the first rookie in DTM since the rookie without having any experience before since. Actually, don't know. Maybe 2016 or 2015, but I'm not 100% sure.
Also, I see at the moment is that not all the cars are completed because some of them don't have the numbers on at the moment. Because at the moment, Aston Martin, I mean, it looks to me on the outset, Ferrari, Aston Martin, and it seems to me at the moment, Aston Martin and Ferrari are like the only ones that has numbers at the moment. So it's like almost complete with the numbers.
Yeah, indeed.
To see which one who is who. And Miral Sinanome goes up into P7.
Yep, indeed. Even ahead of Vico Scar at the moment.
Which says something about the team performance, and power performance, despite Graf topping the session at the moment. Here comes Skillen on the BMW, and I just saw the backflip from the Aston Martin a little bit.
So Skillen comes into the pits.
Maxim ticked off and Maxim ticked off. Is that the moment going to cross the line? And lost 2 seconds. That is not good. Oh.
Yeah, I think he lost some time in traffic, maybe. Or just a long one pace.
I'm just a bit tired at the moment. Just please let me off the name, please.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Well, my Victor and Bobo is at the moment is crossing the sector and 4.83 seconds off. Whilst I don't know, I think it's just gone 18 past. I don't know who that is. Have a look.
So, really the top 4 all in the pits. Also Brucky.
And obviously Motrin, but he crashed, so he doesn't count.
Yeah. At least he did have the short walk to the pits. But it's not what you need for the first time in a brand new car.
Yeah.
To crash it after just about 12 minutes.
Yeah, indeed. But tomorrow will be another day for of options to test the car. And Sandklitz Raceway, I think it's the best track for the preseason because you have different types of corners for each different type of circuit combined into one. So I think it's good asset for the teams. Yeah, for any team for that matter. I think Sandklitz Raceway is just a good preseason testing track in general, I think.
Yeah, of course, it will be interesting to see actually what the track looks like because I haven't seen anything of that track yet. But will be interesting to see.
Spoiler alert, I have seen that track, but I'm not obviously will show you footage because I do not want to spoil it like an absolute incompetent fool, so I prefer not to. Anyways, here's Victor Ibobo on his final lap still. Crossing
I think currently doing some long run pace, or he's not having the tires anymore to really send it for some fast laps. Let's see.
Just to get everything into the tires.
Of course, that's what these test sessions are done for. So you look at Franco Gamba, who's of course in the black and I don't know, is it yellow or golden striped? It's difficult to tell a bit, but Gamba currently in P9. Of course, for Gamba P9 is really nice position because he was there so much last season. Oh, but so often just missed all the points. So now look at Maxim Titkov. Again in one. Wait, actually, let me see. Check stuff. I think one of the 10 remaining DTM cars from last season.
Gamba, because the line doesn't make even a single improvement at the moment. This level will come down the final corner. Oh no,
We look at Winella actually improved the last lap to go to P8. The Fonella last season, of course, was, let's be honest, it was a terrible season for him. He didn't score that many points, was often involved in a lot of incidents, I think, especially at the Lausitz-Ring. I remember where he qualifying race on, I think, 5 or 6 times. Go from right behind an Audi. I don't know if that Galloway or Syndrome. Look at Skillen, yeah, but he keeps it on track quite easy, as now he's approaching the line, but he lost a lot of time in the final sector, of course, with that error.
Can you hear me at all, please? Help.
I can hear you.
Hello?
And now Blake left. Come on. Look at Bartosz Bucky. Of course, who last season had, I think, a relatively decent season in FE, of course. After stepping up but moving from Trevor 21. Of course, will be his third season, or third different series, 3 seasons.
Yeah, Rock's back right now, coming down the hill and seeing the Ferrari. And of course, let's see what
Blake, you still here?
I'm just at the moment on my phone.
Now I can't hear him. As Syndrome, by the way, goes up to 5th place. The Audi.
What?
Look at Mo and Usman Hami too. maybe could make an error here, but slight error there, but kept it on the track. Morgan goes up to P16.
Oh wait, I know why, because it's because of I just got disconnected. So
There you are.
so
No.
that's a preview that things can go wrong in this goddamn signal world. But sorry to interrupt you there. Oh. Alright.
Now I disconnected for a little bit.
Oh no! Did the sky curse catch on to you, buddy?
Oops. Yeah, but it's happens. Not, I would say not often, but happens sometimes. But still will consider who
Yeah.
not an improvement.
Oh, mamma mia! Have I been disconnected? Oh, never mind.
Oh dear.
Just
Look at Graf. Currently still fastest by almost 3/10.
Yeah.
Closing in the Mercedes.
Any other like topics we want to talk about? Whilst this is happening, for DTM in general.
So I just noticed that for the first time ever we will have the Hungaroring not as a racetrack but only as a testing track. Because it of course got dropped from the top class calendar.
Yeah.
Got improved, but is still the second behind his teammate.
Yeah. Yeah, at the moment, I think it'll just be good at the moment. What? I'm. Wait, what did you just say before?
We look at
Yeah, that made things
Campana
awkward.
pitting. Oh, Nella already has the checkered flag.
Yeah, he's already coming into the pit, so that's his day done and dusted. I think we'll see a lot of people soon with the checkered flag. And speaking of which, here's Franco Gamba saying his day is done and he's ready to go home.
Yeah,
I think, anyways.
I don't think that it was genuine just checkered flag so early, but of course, as we've seen last season at Road America, even if you get a checkered flag, we could go over time. Because Matthias Sturvik was the guy who was not coming to the pits, although he had the checkered flag and the time was running out.
Dickstov is coming in.
Yeah, of course, with the checkered flag, it doesn't mean you come into the pit straight away, but if you come in, then your session is over.
Yeah, there's a clip. Daniel Fraser goes on for another lap. Goes around for another lap. Despite his car being British, it's painted very... What's the word? Italian.
Yeah, of course, it has the Italian flag on front, but
Yeah.
as smart as it's the British with a British driver, so...
So they're gonna take it. We have to fight Mullet, which for the British driver end up. So they end up with Daniel Fraser. Meanwhile, Lotus Yolanda at the moment was under pressure from a BMW. I don't know which one it was, but they were under pressure. And Sam Fact at the moment, it's just still going on in the Ferrari Prema outfit, going almost going 2 seconds down. Man.
It's not really a fast ever attempt. He's actually currently down on 21st. 2 seconds off his compatriot in Scarf. Got improvement. But stays in P7. Yeah, facts 3 seconds off. So I think that's more a bit of a mileage test. Yes, of Galloway has the track and flag syndrome as well. Yeah, indeed.
And
Few
also
check and flags already, so early.
Yeah, another checkered flag for Galloway, and then
And for
we had that
Fraser.
for Fraser, and then we had Sinanome, who just recently
Yeah.
got checkered flag. So, like, sorry.
The Rossi now as well. Graf too. Graf, I think, already is in the pits. So we will not see the run up of last season back on track for today. As Hamid improves to actually go up to P7, even ahead of Miklos Skal.
Fun fact.
Yep. Actually
I
think he will be
final corner
even
right.
slower than on the previous lap. Indeed.
Yeah.
3.2 seconds off.
Another checkered flag for Victor Bubble.
No, we look at Rowan Morgan, of course. Last season he was competing as Cass Morgan, but he asked to change his name, and yeah, now he's competing as Rowan Morgan. I think it's actually his real name.
Yeah. And
Actually,
also, I think
up-
Okay, continue.
I was about to say he is up on his personal best in the first sector.
Yeah. I think Morgan had a bit of a quiet season last time in Formula E, but I think moving to a DTM is actually could be really good improvement. I mean, despite the Formula E car and DTM cars being wildly different, I think Morgan will be setting into a rhythm this season, and hopefully can pick up some really good results as Morgan and the Ravens for callback across
P6.
the line. P6, that's good luck by him.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, indeed. I mean, could be track evolution, but also he's jumped up from 17th to 6th, which is a decent effort from him.
I just want to say the team's performance doesn't actually take into account the engine power of the cars.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, you can have a really good aero package, but then again, aero power is everything, because the reason why the Corvette's being a bit rapid at the moment is because the V8 naturally aspirated the V8 at the moment. They have it back in the back of the car. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, obviously we don't have the sound files, but still, that engine's pretty powerful. So that's why it's the third best engine on the grid.
yeah, it would be interesting to see which car in the end will have the best package as a whole. With
And we have Josh Things at the moment, just looking to get some temps anywhere across the track, and most of the field has checkered flags on the names, apart from Rowan Morgan, and then then Bryce's bracket. As I was about to say Bryce's back, and then Jack Flag pops
Yeah,
up.
the timing there,
Only
yeah.
Ryan Morgan and Lotus Eagleland at the moment doesn't have the checkered flag next to their names. Spilling crosses the line doesn't improve.
Can I just say that Josh Finks is in the car which damage took out him at Mugello.
It really.
Well,
Actually, where is he? Oh, yeah, indeed. He, of course, has skill in Scar. God.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah,
What just happened?
the Flo just showed us what car things is using. It actually was the car which flew away from the track at Mugello last season, which was me and Darabosh were completely shocked about.
Wait.
I can show you some YouTube clip later on.
Wait. What were you referencing before? I'm sorry, I was just confused as hell.
The car of Josh thinks it's the same which took his win away last season.
Oh yeah, the one that sends him into the. Oh, that's very ironic.
Yeah, that's so ironic. Yeah.
I was really. This is just irony.
So now we have only drivers on track. Oh, Evelyn now has a checkered track as well, so his session is over.
And I think everyone will be almost finishing their laps.
Yeah. Now let's see who will be the last car to go to the pits. So we don't know how long it could take. So Rocky, 1.6 seconds down in the middle sector. And yeah, so Rocky is 3 seconds off. Not his personal best, but the session best time. But Morgan now will pit and complete his session for the day. But that was nice.
Wait. Oh.
Look. The cockpit.
There's no skills now, and for some reason Aston Martin has a Mercedes steering wheel.
Yeah, I think actually everyone has a Mercedes steering wheel because I don't think you can put different
you cannot change the
logos.
Game
Yeah. So there's now actually Skillen is on the first sector, but he's pitting. Actually, is he the last car on the track? Oh, we have Rocky, of course, still, but look at him actually. So yeah, it currently looks like that Dennis Graf will top his second pre-season testing session in a row. Of course, he was the one who was in front of in World America last season, day 2.
Yep. Indeed. So,
also with
still having the mileage left to go of this.
And also just noticed that on the cars we have some sponsors of the F1 game.
Wait, I just realized Slingshot Fuel was one of them.
Yeah, indeed.
Wait,
also Sunburst.
Go back on the bonnet cam for a second.
Shark 2.
Wait,
I also noticed that one already.
Shark as well.
Yeah, I think also that one I noticed in F2 on Lorenzo Tomaselli's MP Motorsport car.
why is there like those sponsors? Was it meant to be? Was it like meant to be like, you know?
I don't know. I think I have to ask Evan for that because he created deliveries for the new manufacturers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Bucky is of course the last car remaining on track. We don't know when he will pit. So once he gets the pit indicator, then we can declare that Dennis Graf will be fastest on day 1 of preseason testing because Bucky now has the pit indicator. Jake Galloway will be in second and Daniel Fraser in third. So yeah, it was a very interesting testing session, to be honest. It was exciting to see the new cars in action.
Yeah, Bracky is the last one to go. The other two guys go track.
Indeed.
Well, it's the only thing you can hear is just my freaking Wi-Fi just going, it's just that noise. And I think some of my answers. What the hell? Just give me 1 second.
Also, just as a reminder, tomorrow you have the, as Blake mentioned earlier, the first ever fictional track. The second
Okay.
posting stock in preseason testing. It's some glitz or guilds. Yeah. So now we have testing session done. If you want, you can take us through the top 11.
I can't see the screen at the moment. Oh, I can see it now. So, top of the session, the session is Dennis Graf in the Ferrari with Jake Galloway in the Audi in P2. We have Daniel Fraser, Lynn Capana, Enzo Sinonome, Brian Morgan, Max Skillen, Justin Hamid, Mikloskell, Victor Bull, and then Will Neller in Mercedes, and the rest to you.
Right then, Josh Things in the end will be in P12 with Fergal Gama in 13th. Monty Historic finishes day 1 in P14 with Daniel Darabos. In P15, Roller Motian after crashing out early on, only P16 with Bartosz Sprocky in 17th. Then Wilmar Drosin in 18th place with Xavier Wee 19th. Then Maxim Titkov in 20th, Samfak 21st, and the rookie Lotus Evelyn in 22nd and last. Yeah, that's day 1 over.
That's very interesting to see. Dennis Graf's time is at 1 minute 21, and Lotus is 1 minute 24. But still,
Graf is
Lotus still have a learning curve to go. So I don't think we should put the pressure on almost right away. But hey, it's the first session, so no need to jump to conclusions at that early. And also, performances do not reflect the actual performances, on track. Also, tomorrow will be Sanglitz. Sanglitz will be very, very interesting because it's a really good course because it's a mix of different corners from around the world mashed into one, but not actually, from those circuits. It's just a different color scheme, okay?
Yeah, indeed. It will be very interesting what happens there tomorrow. Of course, Blake and myself will not be there as commentators. We have 2 different drivers. I have a hint for you. They both have the same nationality. I will not say anymore. You will find out tomorrow. But yeah, that's been it. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, we, as mentioned, see you tomorrow for second day of preseason testing. Yeah, take care and goodbye.
Bye.